Am I the butthole for not giving up my room because my half-sister wanted it as a Christmas gift? I, F16, live with my mom and her husband. My mom and dad divorced when I was 2 and she and her husband had another kid, my half-sister, 14. I visit my dad here and there but not often due to him traveling a lot for work. Recently I've grown into liking anime and other things, so I asked my mom if I could rearrange my room. It was super plain and depressing at first, so it felt good to add color and lots of decorations, posters, LED lights, pictures. It took nearly 3 weeks, but it came out super nice and it overall makes me a lot happier to be in. Last week, my half-sister went into my room while I was visiting my dad to celebrate Christmas early, and she told her dad she wanted my room because it looked nice to her. When I came home, my mom told me about her wanting my room and I said no. She said it would mean a lot to my half-sister and I could take her room and redecorate that one. I said no again, and that if she really wanted a room like mine she could decorate her own herself with their help. My mom said she was just a kid and wouldn't be able to do all the decorations like I did, and it would be simple if I just redecorated the other room. I was angry my mom would even suggest I give up my room I worked hard for and even spent my own money on everything but the paint. Her husband offered to give me money to decorate the other room without spending my money, but I still declined. My mom called me a brat and said I was almost 17 and should grow up, that I wouldn't be in the room any more than another 2 years, so it wasn't a big deal to give it up. Her husband called me selfish and said I was crushing his daughter's feelings and that was the only thing she wanted for Christmas. His words were, "How could you crush your little sister's dreams and be so selfish?" I get it's just a room, but I still don't think it's right that I have to give up something I worked hard for because she went into my room without my permission, something they didn't even care to acknowledge. My mom has been trying to convince me to give her the room, and I said if she takes my room then I'll remove all the decorations. She has been mad at me for nearly 3 days now. I feel like an awful person for letting it get to this extent. Am I the butthole? Editing to add, my sister isn't willing to decorate her room with me. I've offered and she said no. She just wants my room for I don't know what reason. And I refuse to decorate her entire room by myself. Edit. Thank you to everyone who messaged me and commented. You guys are all too kind. I've tried all day to get my sister to agree to decorate her own room, but she doesn't want to. She's been making a lot of comments hinting that she would just take my room when I go visit my dad again. So I talked to my dad about the whole situation and he sided with me and said I wasn't obligated to give up my room. I told my mom, even my dad agreed, and she still doesn't care. A lot of you are right, this isn't the first thing my sister wanted and got to have in those cases. I have a really good relationship with my dad, and where I live, I'm old enough to stay at home alone while my dad is gone. A really nice person messaged me and suggested I go live with my dad, and when he comes home next week I'll talk to him about it then. If people can stop messaging me asking to post my story, that would be great. I don't want my mom to happen to come across it somehow or my sister to see it. Please don't post it. NTA 1. Don't sell yourself short. It's not just a room. It's your space, your hard work, and your passion. 2. Your mom has it backwards. You only have another 2 years in the room, so it's actually a big deal to give it up. 3. Your mom's husband has it backwards. Your little sister is the one being selfish. 4. Disregarding the original owner's hard work and wishes and taking something away from that person shouldn't be labeled a dream in any situation. They're distorting everything. You're not a butthole in the least. I'm sorry this is happening to you. All of this. I'm so confused about this. Like, why don't they just give them the money and ask Original Post to decorate sister's room for her? Problem solved. Why would they go the route where they hurt one child? Sister yet is 14, she maybe don't understand that she didn't want the physical room, she wants cool decorations. But parents are old enough to know that decorating sister's room is all that is needed. 14 is more than old enough to understand. This is the behavior of an 8-year-old. Edit. I apologize to all the 8-year-olds who I have undersold in my inexperience. Your adults all give you more credit than I did. Came to say the same. There's only 2 years between them, yet the parents are acting like the 14-year-old is way younger. She just sounds like a brat who is being enabled by the parents. Not the butthole op. I went back to check the sister's age at least twice while reading this. Thought Original Post must have made a typo with the sister's age and added an extra 1 in there by accident. They're only 2 years apart, and the difference in the way the parents are treating them sounds bizarre to me. Sis is not a little child anymore. I stumbled across those ages, too, but more because little sis is already 14, when the divorce happened 14 years ago. Thinking. So mom probably had some affair or a new partner lined up already, and sis is daddy's little treasure. Pour up. This is what I noticed immediately too. I also noticed that original post has been living with this stepdad and half-sister since she was 2, so basically as long as she can remember, yet she still thinks of them as her mother's husband and her half-sister, which is telling and sad. Not blaming Op, just saying it's sad that they, and her mother, haven't made it an environment in which she can just think of them as her true family. My sister and I had less than a year. 359 days approximately, yet they always pulled the "you are the older, you should be the more clever one" card. She is younger, let her get away with it. Like, I stole a rubber from her desk for literally 3 minutes, couldn't find my own because someone kept taking them, I got told off for a good 30 minutes. She took my book paid for with my own money and refused to give it back to me. Well, but I was not reading it at that given moment, right? So why can't I just let her read it? She was notoriously bad at taking care of books, like put them down on the floor in the bathroom with the bad piping and drench it when the water is coming back up kind of bad. She took my bike without my permission and it got stolen because she was too lazy to carry it into the school's actual inside bike locker. No pocket money for 3 weeks, also I can use my pocket money and some supplemented by my step-great-grandma to buy a new one. Trying to sell my books that I couldn't bring to my new place because I had to make enough space, and also because occasionally I still slept at home and needed something to read there. But she is your sister, you are the older one, she was friggin' 21, you should be cleverer. Like, I do like my sister, but I can't say I do not still have thorns in my side from such blatant favoritism. At least now she seems to be growing out of it, but at 24 years it is just about time. Sorry, it was long. It just had to come out of my system. All Op's mom and step will achieve is creating a rift between the siblings. Op, NTA. What does you being more clever have to do with her selling your books? WTF? Exactly. At 14, I knew how to decorate my room. Flash forward to me at 15 decorating my room after coming out of the closet with pictures of shirtless men from soap opera magazines. I actually felt like a butthole because my mom didn't like my brother hanging a picture of Alyssa Milano up, that she felt objectify women, but allowed me to objectify men because they deserved it. Agree. I have a 14-year-old who started decorating and painting her room 3 years ago. 3 strands of LED lights connected around her whole room included. NTA. Your mom and stepdad are playing favorites and it's total bullcrap. Do not give up your room and all the hard work you put into it. ETA, grammar. Why would original post only have the room for another 2 years? Is she going to have no place to go back to for holidays and summer break during college? Are they going to kick her out completely or just relegate her to being a guest in her own home? What a sad thing for her own mother to say. NTA, Op, and you need to get to the bottom of that "only need it for 2 more years" comment really means so you are prepared for whatever your mom has planned for you. It sounds like in 2 years, the golden child will take Op's room no matter what. The little petty version of me would be so very tempted to, the final day before moving out, paint the whole room rent market appropriate beige. But that would probably do nothing to help Op's relationship with their parents. NTA Op, and I'm sorry that your family value your time, energy, creativity and effort so poorly. Honestly, at 14 your little sister is more than old enough to have a better understanding of not everything in the entire planet is yours for the taking than this, and the behavior coming out of her is bratty and entitled to the point that your parents are doing serious damage to her ability to cope with the adult world, which she is only 4 years away from. Seriously. At 14, if someone I knew had an amazingly decorated room, my instincts would be, in order, OMG that's amazing. Mom, can I decorate my room? Op, I really like how you did your room. Could you help me do mine? I really want to do X and Y like you did, but I have ideas about A and B too. That's normal. That's the sort of reaction a child has, who hasn't been taught the universe revolves around them. They're distorting everything. Seriously. It's like they're gaslighting you into doing something you don't want to do. Adding to this, Ask your parents how they would feel if they had to do all the work at their jobs only for someone else to get all the rewards. And when they come back that those are incomparable examples, ask them why you not wanting to give up the reward of living in your room which used up your time and resources to them using their time and resources at work and then being asked, and definitely air quote the asked, to just hand over their rewards aka their salaries to someone else are not comparable to each other. Also, parents are really negating the lesson of hard work and its payoff. You put a ton of work into your space and should get to reap the benefits of a room you love. They could so easily use this lesson and help your half-sister personalize her room with her own interests. Instead, they're going the opposite route and punishing you for the hard work you put into something and rewarding half-sister for not wanting to put any effort in. Completely backwards and bonkers. Also, why are they not telling half-sister that her wish list is incredibly selfish? The only thing she wants needs to be taken away from someone else? That doesn't seem right to me. Majorly NTA. Not just that, evidently they care more about their shared, for lack of a better way to word it, daughter's feelings than he does original post, his stepdaughter, and for some effed up reason the mother agrees. The thing is, even when you go to college, you decorate your dorm. Obviously you don't have to, but most people do. You can take your decorations to college and use them there. So it won't matter that you only have 2 years left because you can use the decorations for years to come. You can use them in apartments that you may rent junior and senior years and on. I can't imagine what makes your little sister think she's entitled to your room. Hint, the parents. Seriously. Way to play favoritism. I feel really bad for Op. It's a shame she can't go live with her dad permanently. Then the little princess can have both rooms. It's a shame she can't go live with her dad permanently. Why can't she? She said that she doesn't see him a lot because he travels frequently. Yeah, I went back and reread it after I posted that question, wish I had done it first. Still, at 16, she's old enough to stay home alone while he travels, so it may still be an option. Ordinarily not something I would recommend, but it wouldn't surprise me to have the Op parents force the switch. If so, just don't come back from the next visit. I don't understand why no one suggested Op just decorate the sister's room and everyone stay where they are. It's in the edit. Op offered to help decorate together but sis declined. And original post doing it alone is a crap ton of work for no reason. As for the paying part, it's great if the parents could pay Op to decorate sister's room. For real. Stepdad already offered to pay for original post to redecorate sister's room after moving into it. Why not just pay original post to redecorate for the sister? Not only should he pay for the supplies, but he should pay for her time. NTA, what the hell? It's your room. I don't even get why switching the rooms was an option in the first place. I mean, politely asking you to help your half-sister decorate her room too? Sure. That's a reasonable thing to ask. But just guilt-tripping you into giving up your own room? As a Christmas gift? Defuke? I would say original post could be expected to help her sister decorate her room, but with the money of the parents. Depends on the conditions and how help is defined. If original post alone would need to do all the work for her sister's room in the end, I don't think that would be fair and certainly not expected of her. Also, why is one child's room renovation sponsored by the parents and the other one's not? This just sounds like plain favoritism to me. Expected might just not be the right word for it. There are some unknown factors, like whose idea it was for them to switch rooms, parents or sister, or how many hours/days it took until original post did finish. I think those factors could hugely influence the decision and if helping her sister is the right thing trademark to do. And why is one child's room renovation sponsored by the parents and the other one's not? This is a big sticking point for me. The only appropriate way to do this is to not only pay original post for the labor of decorating her sister's room, but to also pay original post back for the costs of decorating her own room. Doing anything less would result in the parents paying for one of the rooms and not the other. Also, even with offering to pay Op, she's still completely entitled to say no. She doesn't have to decorate her sister's room. The sister is plenty old enough to know she's not entitled to another person's time and energy. Somewhere down the comment line someone interpreted that the parents would pay the costs as the Christmas present for the sister. If original post is getting something else of equal value for Christmas, I don't think that's an issue. I didn't think of that at first. And yes, you are completely right. Of course she can still refuse. In the end it is still a lot of work which she shouldn't be forced or guilt-tripped to do. If original post at 16 years old can do those renovations in her room, why can't the 14-year-old along with the parents do those renovations in that other room? Original post can say no and stand their ground, and the parents can just copy-paste rooms. The whole situation just seems messed up to me. Op offered and the sister refused to even help decorate her own room. Poor Op, this seriously is making me wonder exactly how often the parents favor the half-sister. The extent it sounds like they're all going to makes it really feel like original post is being treated like the red-headed stepchild. I mean, a 14 years old is not a little kid. Fuming that Op's mom would even suggest that the sister is too young to decorate her own room. Too spoiled, lazy, and selfish, but definitely not too young. Original post is totally NTA. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.